Oh. One of the student, we're having a little AV difficulty here, but we're fixing it. Did that work? It worked. Okay, everyone. I'm Jason Cox. I'm one of the students that leads meditation and rotation here on Sundays. Uh, you're at Dawn Mountain Tibetan Buddhist Temple and Meditation Center.
These don't have speakers, do they?
I don't know. Oh, this does have a speaker. It's muted now. Okay. As you can see, we do our events both in person and online every week. We are led here by Lamas Rigzin Drolma and Namgyal Dorje, and most recently we've added Lama Sherab Gyatso. They're all accomplished scholars and longtime students of our teacher in Tibet, Adzam Rinpoche. What we'll do this morning is alternate between two practices. One will be a mindfulness of breathing. That'll be a guided meditation. And what we'll do for about 3 minutes at a time is put our attention on our breath at one particular point, maybe the tip of our nostrils, or in our chest, or in our belly, and feel what the process of breathing is like. We don't have to breathe in any particular way, fast or slow, just going to observe the experience. And then we'll alternate that with a minute or two of chanting. The chant is the syllable hum. We'll chant it twice in one breath. So it'll sound something like hum, hum. And this too we'll do all at our own pace. We don't have to do it at the same time. And we'll spend a little time on that. And we'll experience what that feels like, how the chant affects us, how the vibration feels. We want sort of the totality of that sensory experience, the sound, and the way it impacts our body. We'll then take a couple minutes to read from Pema Chodron's book called Comfortable with Uncertainty. There's about 108 short chapters in this book. There are 108. Each one's about a page long, and then we'll have a little discussion about that. We'll really welcome and invite everybody's comments and understanding. And then we'll close with we'll close with a little more meditation, and then we'll dedicate the merit for today's practice to all sentient beings, and especially to those whose names we put in this book. So I'll be passing this around while we do the reading, and everyone can add the names they'd like to. And everyone online, please add the names in the chat. We'll get it put on here. And before we get started, we will read an aspiration for our practice. This is what we're sitting here today to do. We're doing it for our own benefit and the benefit of all. So we'll read this together. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, Just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. You'll take a moment to settle into your seat comfortably. You want to sit with your back straight, but not stiff. You want to relax your shoulders, your arms, face, torso, even your legs. You'll notice you have a lot of support here on this cushion. You have first support of your body, your skeleton itself. Its support is what allows you to relax all your muscles. You can also feel into support of the earth itself underneath your cushion. You're sitting over the center of the earth. So you have this support too. And you also have support of a central channel running in front of your spine from your base through the crown of your head. You can kind of feel into or imagine this energy channel. And with this support, and with this relaxed state, with some gentleness and curiosity, turn your attention to your breath. At that spot that works best for you, maybe the nostrils or in the chest, or that spot sometimes called the dough, a few fingers underneath the belly button and inside the body. And not trying to breathe any particular way. Feel what it's like to breathe in, what it's like to breathe out. The time in between, if there's any time in between, the time of transition. You can feel how the air temperature is different on the in-breath and out-breath. Settle the mind there on the breath, and when your mind wanders, just gently bring it back. I will turn to our chant. And take a moment to notice how you feel. How the chant may have impacted your body or mind. And then again, relaxed, curious, gently focus on your breath. Notice how the pressure differs on the in-breath and out-breath. How some are long and some are short. We don't want to spend too much time conceptualizing it or judging it. We just want to feel it, experience it. We'll do this for a few minutes. Again, when your mind wanders, or if you find yourself distracted by something, just label it distraction, distraction, and gently bring your attention back. Again, feel how you feel. Take, take stock. And again, gently and with curiosity, feel what the breath is like this time. Everyone wants to take a moment to stretch. Grab any water. And pass this around. How was that? Good. We got some first time visitors today. That's great. Appreciate you guys coming out. So we're reading from Pema Chodron's book called Comfortable with Uncertainty. She's one of the earlier and more influential Tibetan monastics with a Western background here in the, actually, is she based out of London? I don't remember. I don't know if she's in England or here. So today we're on, my print version of the book is in my friend's vehicle, so I was forced to go with my digital copy today. Give me a moment to open it. Sometimes unresponsive. Okay. So today's chapter is called Today's chapter is called Slogan. Always maintain only a joyful mind. So there's a number of chapters that are named after slogans or sort of mottos, like one sentence sets of instructions that people can unpack and spend some time pondering and putting into practice. Always maintain only a joyful mind. Always maintain only a joyful mind might sound like an impossible aspiration. As one man said to me, always is a very long time. Yet, as we train in unblocking our hearts, we'll find that every moment contains the free-flowing openness and warmth that characterize unlimited joy. This is the path we take in cultivating joy, learning not to armor our basic goodness, learning to appreciate what we have. Most of the time, we don't do this. Rather than appreciate where we are, we continually struggle and nurture our dissatisfaction. It's like trying to get the flowers to grow by pouring cement on a garden. But as we use the bodhicitta practices to train, we may come to the point where we see the magic of the present moment. We may gradually wake up to the truth that we have always been warriors living in a sacred world. This is the ongoing experience of limitless joy. We won't always experience this, it's true, but year by year, it becomes more and more accessible. And I, for one, was really glad that we will not always experience this, because that sounds kind of exhausting, especially the way I normally think of joy as a more sort of excitable type of emotional state. But I think what Pema Chodron's talking about here is the kind of joy that runs through all of our experiences, connecting them all like a thread. How did she put it? The free-flowing openness and warmth that we'll find that every moment contains as we train in unblocking our hearts. You know, a lot of what we're doing on the cushion or in other practices where we're trying to cultivate mindfulness, attention, or compassion, we're really trying to give ourselves access to a skill that we already have or a state that we're already familiar with. We just normally don't pay a lot of attention to it. It's sort of covered up by all of our other experiences. So we slow down and take a moment, and over the years, we'll find that flows through all of our experiences, like that openness, that warmth, that compassion. These aren't put on affects. They're part of who we are. And so she writes, this is the path we take in cultivating joy, learning not to armor our basic goodness, learning to appreciate what we have. Most of the time we don't do this. Rather than appreciate where we are, we continually struggle and nurture our dissatisfaction. It's like trying to get the flowers to grow by pouring cement on the garden. We can't freeze things to be exactly the way we want. We can't always get the state of mind or the interactions we're hoping for. We won't sit down on the cushion and every single time come away feeling like we've really accomplished something any more than our other struggles in life. But just like with everything, when we keep at it, and we find we're better at it, and in this case, better at accessing our underlying nature, which is joyful and caring. So that's what I got out of the chapter today, and I'd like to ask for comments and questions. We have a microphone to pass around, and anyone online, you can also raise your hand. We'll make sure to include you.
A phrase when you read that really struck me. She said, "Wake up to the truth." Now, my understanding of Buddhism is that it's a lifelong path. For example, the Eightfold Path is something one practices one's whole life, hoping at some time, perhaps, to wake up to the truth. My question is, are we engaging on a lifetime exercise, a lifetime practice, or are we hoping for an instant understanding of where we would like to be? Would you comment on that?
Yeah. And I'll also welcome everyone else's input here too on that. I think Lama Namgyal Dorje, who's with us today, Harvey, has said before there's no enlightened retirement. And I think that is true. We do often get, flashes of insight, I think, on this path of practice, but there's not some point where we're done enough to toss everything out, I think. I think also because what we're doing is getting in touch with our basic nature, once we get there to some understanding of it, we wouldn't be done with it. That's just who we are, and we continue to experience that.
I could add, can you hear me? Can you hear me in Houston?
Oh, Harvey, give us a
Yes.
second. We gotta get you some volume over here now. So muted everything.
Can you hear me in Houston?
Now we can.
It's a great question, and actually one that was a bit debated in Buddhist circles for a long time. Practically speaking, almost all of us will be practicing and having moments all through our lives. There are some people who seem to get to a place where they may not need to sit and practice anymore, but that seems to be more the exception than the rule. And at least amongst Tibetan Buddhists, even when people seem to be fully realized, they still look like they're doing what seem to be their prior practices as well. So certainly there are instances of flashes of intuition, deeper realization, but we continue to practice. It's part of, yes, it is part of our life. It's a wonderful question.
I had a comment that I love. She brought up the image of watering the flowers because just last week I was talking to somebody. Thich Nhat Hanh uses the same um, illustration of watering the garden. Are you watering the flowers of happiness and joy or of anger? And I had realized I thought of myself as being the one to water the positive qualities, and that other people are watering my negative qualities. Um, and also, sort of that dualistic idea that in a moment I can choose to be mad or not mad, but not the thought that I could maintain joy throughout. Um, so, yeah, I really like that she brought back the image of the flowers. Although the cement is a pretty a pretty brutal illustration.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Then let us turn our attention back to our practices today, our alternating practices. Keep in mind there's no doing this right or wrong. Your mind will wander and be distracted, and that's not a problem. It's just part of what we're doing here is learning how to notice it. Just, let's sit comfortably. Let me relaxed. We'll turn our attention to our breath and all those aspects of it. Its length, temperature, pressure, how it varies. And we'll do this for a few minutes. Turn attention. You can feel, experience how your body feels now. And now let's experience how the breath feels. Okay. So we're going to close by dedicating all the merit from today's practice to to all sentient beings, and especially to those that we'll name here. So first, let's read this dedication. By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru, lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground. Okay. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. And we dedicate the merit of today's practice to all beings, and especially to Brandy, Lily, Brooks, Julius, Brendan, Dwayne, Dawn, Carolyn, Melissa, Ivan, Christina, Antonio, Grant, Jeff L., Preston, Sylvia, Rolando, Noah, Nathaniel, Emma, Alex, Faith, Ashley, Missy, Bob in the Bardo and his family, Mike in the Bardo and his family, Kathleen, Thomas, Rick, Junebug, Marshall, Trunks, Carly, Brianna, Omar, Dora, Juan and family, Hector and family, Betsy, Doug Struthers, Rob Fisher, Tega, Dayton, Mom, Terry, Kristen, Joe and Pat, Catherine, Tweekla, sick people everywhere, Danny and Lauren, Raymond, Marcella and Andrea, all beings wrongfully detained and deported, Anna, Jeff Davis in the Bardo, Jay, Max, Monty recovering from stroke, Todd recovering from stroke, Michelle Lease, and Delilah. We'll close with, we'll chant the syllable ah together with one breath. And people online, feel free to unmute for this. Thanks, and Emily. We have some exciting announcements as well.
Yeah, so for those of you in person today, when we conclude here, we're going to take a 5-minute break, and I'm going to set up the film. We're watching a 60-minute movie about how technology is being used to preserve the Dharma. Next Sunday is First Sunday. On the first and third Sunday, we always have a teaching after meditation from Lamas Rigzen Drolma or Namgyal Dorje or Sherab Gyatso. First Sunday is also extra exciting because we have a free lunch, and someone's offered this time to donate the lunch. Thank you so much. We have meditation every Sunday at 11. We also have yoga, at 10. Meditation at 10. We also have yoga at 9. We have a retreat coming up September 12th through the 14th for those of you who are interested in the very traditional teachings. We're starting a new curriculum of teaching called Seeing to Being. It is sort of co-created by our Rinpoche, Adzempela Rinpoche, and Lama Rigzen Drolman. We will also have in November, Lama Tenzin Sampel will visit and also give a weekend retreat. So that's what we have coming up. Yes.
I read that there was a movie next week.
Yes. So next week after lunch is a movie called Refuge about the Dalai Lama and his escape from Tibet. So, and the 17th we'll watch one called Words of My Perfect Teacher. Those, unfortunately, we can't stream them online. There's copyright stuff. But yeah, so if you want to come next week, yoga at 9, meditation at 10, teaching at 11, lunch at 12, movie at 1. Yeah,
The one-
and if you guys enjoy anything we do here and you want to help us do that, we do have some donation boxes. We also encourage you to invite people to join us. That helps us out as well, or just your presence and being here. Thank you.
Emily, on October 18th, I'm going
Yes,
to be,
October 18th, one-day workshop, Genlin's focusing for Dzogchen practitioners. So it's a
Correct.
one-day workshop that Harvey is giving, sort of marrying Tibetan tradition and Western psychotherapy practices together. Do you want to say something about that, Harvey?
yes, it's not therapy and it's not offered as therapy. It's really something that it was realized that this was a way for people to really get in touch with their embodied wisdom. And so it's a way to learn how to be with oneself that is actually enormously supportive of developing spiritual practice.
We'll be here soon for that. Yeah, sorry, Harvey, your internet is going in and out and we didn't get to hear.
You couldn't hear me?
Yeah, the workshop will be online and recorded.
Yes, it is in support of
So
developing
Well-
embodied wisdom. Can you hear that?
anybody can email me questions about that. No, your internet's going out. I'm so sorry. So
Okay,
it's lagging too much.
all
Sorry,
right.
but people can email me. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for coming, everyone. Please stick around if you feel like it, and we got some water and tea over here.
Thank you.